Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boy.
Trades or college? Guys, it has been a lot of talk as of late about more young people choosing trades over going to college. I love this topic because in my everyday life, y'all, I've been able to have friends. So I've been able to witness a lot of different routes that come for young kids. And like I said, with a lot of black kids, they don't see anything. They don't see themselves going to college because they don't see themselves becoming engineers. They don't see themselves becoming scientists. They don't see themselves becoming teachers, on and on and on and on and on. However, there is a avenue that has always been there, and that's trades. And I feel like this is a route that that's widely accessible to a lot more people. Because I tell people, especially young people, yes, you may not like school, that's why you don't want college, but you have to learn something in order to get to the next stage in life. And there's a lot of young kids, young people that are stuck in warehousing, fast food, working at Walmart, doing low-paying jobs because they don't have skills to do something. So now that there's a bigger talk of trades or college, I feel like we are adding a lot more value into the American culture. Speaking of culture that we just speak, we're adding a lot more value into the American culture by showing kids and showing young people that there is an alternative to college, because college is not the only route that you can take to being successful. There are trades such as plumbing, air conditioning, even being a maintenance technician in a lot of these warehouses, which is a trade. Yes, guys, that is a trade. 1,000% better than working inside of the warehousing or getting your job replaced, because somebody has to maintain these warehouses. You're going to get better pay being in trades, doing air conditioning, doing electrical work, carpentry, welding. Lifestyle overall is better, and usually the schooling takes less time, and you still have a future that you can see. Trucking's also inside of there to me when it comes to trades. But yeah, y'all, I wanted to review this video. Let's go ahead and get into it.
This minus this.
For teens across the country weighing colleges and careers, a path on which many had long cooled is suddenly white hot once again, as more of America's youngest workers take to the trades.
So it's
at Wisconsin School of Technologies and Trades at Madison College, recent high school grads are filling classes and wait lists in construction, electric, plumbing, and welding. Nationwide, the number of 20 to 24-year-olds entering the trades is soaring, doubling among electricians and HVAC mechanics in the last decade.
Some have called Gen Z the tool belt generation. Does that ring true to you guys?
Yeah, I would say so.
You almost fall in love with it.
18-year-old welding students Ethan Dahlhoff and Grayson Chambus had both been accepted to four-year schools, but changed course.
I just decided, I want to work. I don't want to be in debt.
You don't want to be in debt.
Measure out an inch.
Instructors say that's a driving force, with more than half of American college students today graduating with debt, close to $29,000 on average.
Like the salary to debt ratio between me and people my age, I mean, we can have what they owe.
We can have what they owe.
Yeah.
Welding program director Tony Studi says this track is an easy sell.
You want to make $50,000? Can you afford to borrow $6,000 to come here for a year?
You just see their little teenage eyes light up.
Oh, yeah. And the parents, too.
Yeah, what do parents say?
Yeah, they're like, that's more than I make.
That reality drawing more women and people of color. Today, many on social media, where trades influencers showcase a hands-on career more alluring than classroom learning to even top students.
Yeah, historically, there's been a bit of a stigma attached to jobs in the trades. Maybe kids that were getting into trouble or didn't have a good academic record. Now that's not necessarily the case. It's not looked down upon as a career path.
An old path made new again by a generation forging their own future. Maggie Vespa, NBC News, Madison, Wisconsin.
Guys, I'm telling y'all, I love that this is coming back to the forefront because I was in high school, y'all. I actually took a construction class where we learned carpentry, we learned plumbing, we learned electrical work. And that's actually what got me into being an electrical engineer instead of going into architecture. Because I took an architect class and I was like, this ain't really it. But I did like working with the electricity. So I wanted to go to college. And that's the key. I wanted to go to college. So I knew I wanted to do STEM. And that would push me into becoming an electrical engineer. However, I also, because of this, I knew that there was another part of this, and that is trade works is a key for setting a base for society. It is 1,000%, guys. You can walk around and you can start working in a warehouse. You can start working at McDonald's, all that through your 20s and waste a lot of time. But as soon as you get into a trade, you enter into a whole nother world. You actually start making money, and it's less than a college degree. The only reason I feel like anybody should be going to college is for a STEM degree. Is some of the STEM degrees. That's it. That's it. Everything else I feel like is honestly, you can get it somewhere else. You can get it somewhere else. There's no reason. A lot of people have been going to college for the experience of college, wasting time. You can have an experience outside of college as well. See, a lot of people have been going to college for these experiences, getting in a lot of debt for no reason whatsoever. So if I wouldn't say me, but if you don't see yourself going to college, I'm telling y'all this now. You still need to go learn something. So you need to go and gain knowledge in something. Why not pick a trade and go into that and start making $50,000 on $6,000 of debt, like he said? And you will be possibly making more than your parents. That's for real, because college has been a lie and a scam to the American population for so long. For so long, especially in Black communities. All the Black community sees when it comes to extracurricular or outside of college, outside of high school, not college, outside of high school. The one route that everybody seems that to be that the only way you're going to make it is if you go to college. Go to college. That's for I'm saying for people who actually graduate, high school. They're going to say go to college. Because by then a lot of the sports dreams are out of the way. The only way you're going to be successful is to go into college. When there's been a whole hidden side of the economy, which is trade schools for both sexes. Nails are a big thing. Hair has to be done. Like I said, electrical work. Thousands of trades that are out there for people to get into that they are very successful. I know people that do hair, successful as all get out, and they were successful before me because I went to school for 5 years. It's a shortcut, bro. It's a shortcut that's beautiful. And I feel like if you are struggling in school, you are struggling to make it, you're not going to make it in college. Or if you just want to go to college for the experience and you are not enrolled in a STEM major, you need to look towards trades. Right now, look towards trades. If you don't see a future for yourself going to college and you don't know what your next step is going to be and you thinking, what am I going to do? I'm going to go work in a warehouse. Don't do that. Don't do that. Go into trades right now. in trade schools, they're opening up classes like year round. You can get into them pretty much all the time. And the people in my life who I have seen go into trades, all of them are doing successful at this point. And we're all young. We're all 26, whatever. I know people who came out of college. They went and got a college degree. Went and got a college degree. Of course, guys, basket weaving degrees. Wasted all this time. Wasted a lot of energy to be in college, to graduate, because it still takes a lot of time, energy to graduate and do all that. But the degree that they were going for, not in STEM, it wasn't worth it in the long run. And they ended up going, I'm talking about right after they got a degree, went straight into trades. Getting that bank right now. Getting that bank. Guys, trades is a secret life that we have just unlocked as an American culture that will lead, I feel like, to the American culture overall becoming uplifting the whole community as a whole, simply because finances matter in a lot of these things. A lot of parents can't focus on the culture of their household because they're focused on working, because they're always at their job, because they're struggling to put food on the table for the household. We can change that now by being one of the richest generations to exist, by getting into trades. It's a cheat code for the American culture right now, I feel like, that will lead to more educated society. Just because opportunity is very important. Having the opportunity to succeed is very important. And when people can see that they have the opportunity to succeed, I feel like most times they will step up to the plate. But when you live in the hood and you don't see an opportunity for you to succeed, most of the time it does not go good for that person or society at all. It leads to them living a life of, well, who do I see succeeding? The drug dealers. Who do I see succeeding? The rappers. Who do I see succeeding? The athletes. And these things may not be the coolest, guys. It may not be the coolest, but I think it's cool when I see somebody who's in trades living a lifestyle better than some people that went to college. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I push it on pretty much anybody who doesn't see anything. Anybody who's working in a warehouse. Brody, you need to stop working here and go get a trade. That way you'll be working on maintaining this place instead of working on moving boxes in this warehouse. Working your 12-hour shifts, getting straight used, basically. Getting used. Hey, y'all, with that, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know how y'all feel about trades or college. College is a good route too, but trades has opened up a new route for us.